He then goes on to tell Martine that he had bought her an engagement ring and said that he's now fighting back tears because he is second guessing himself. Hey my beautiful peeps, it's Char and welcome to Char TV. In today's video, I'm going to be recapping episode 7 of Love in Paradise. It's called A Ring or Fling. Before I start my recap, I hope that you enjoyed your Christmas. If you do celebrate Christmas, I hope that you had a nice time with your family and friends. On to the recap, I'll be starting with Aryanna and Sherlon. Today is not a good day. Sherlon received some bad news. His COVID test came back positive. At his part-time job at the swingers resort, they have random COVID tests because it just takes one person to catch COVID and then it's gonna spread around the whole resort. Sherlon is thinking that maybe the test was a false positive because he's not feeling any symptoms of COVID. To be on the safe side, Aryanna did do a COVID test and hers came back negative. So she's really happy about that. But she has to stay at another hotel while Sherlon stays at home. And this is bad timing to happen because they got in a huge fight over the baby's name and now they can't even hash things out because they're in two different places. They were supposed to have 5 days together and Sherlon was hoping during those 5 days they could connect physically and mentally.
Over this past 2 days, we didn't really fool around or have sex or anything like that. When we were first together 6 months ago, it was like whenever I'm ready, she's ready. Like smoking the reefer and drinking all them rum. All of that leads to some crazy sex. And I like to dominate and be crazy.
Sherlon is hoping to take another COVID test the next day and hopes that it comes back negative so that he can see Aryanna. The couple days that she was staying with him, he was enjoying taking care of her and he was hoping to take care of her some more. Aryanna's just in the hotel room chilling by herself, kinda bored, and she's feeling quite unsure about the relationship because she doesn't know when she's going to see Sherlon again. She's just keeping herself busy as best as she can and hopes that she sees him again. Aryanna is packing up her things to head home. She was hoping that she'd be able to spend more time with Sherlon, but unfortunately he took another COVID test and it came back positive. So I guess plans of proceeding with the tourist visa are out of the window now. Aryanna really wanted to see Sherlon before leaving Jamaica, so she got the driver to take her to Sherlon's place so that they could say goodbye to one another, of course, socially distancing. And she's still hoping that they'll figure things out for their relationship. Sherlon is also feeling quite disappointed that he didn't get to spend time with Aryanna, but it's something that was out of their control.
And next time I'll probably see you, we'll both be parents.
I'm not nervous.
I have to do all the hard work though.
I know you do, but you're gonna be a good mama to her son.
I hope so.
I hope so. We know so.
You know so.
Alright.
It'll be easier once we're both in the same place.
I know.
Aryanna wants more than anything for Sherlon to get the tourist visa so that he can be by her side and witness their son being born. She reminds him that he needs to make that call and get that letter from his place of work so that they can proceed with the tourist visa. He said as soon as he gets out of quarantine, you know, he's feeling better, that he's going to take care of that. Aryanna does want to believe Sherlon, but she doesn't know if that's going to happen. Sherlon gave Aryanna some fake flowers so that she could put it on her dresser and that will be a reminder of him. Aw, that really is sweet. He says it's not much and Aryanna said, yeah, but it's the thought that counts. Here she goes spraying the flowers with some sanitizer, but that driver, he shut that down. He's like, you ain't bringing that into my bus, spreading your damn germs. So all she could do was just take a picture of the flowers for a reminder. You know, at least they'll be there for her next time because they're fake. They ain't dying. And off to America she goes. That's pretty much all with Aryanna and Sherlon. I really hope once he gets better, you know, gets a negative COVID test, that he really does proceed with getting the tourist visa. On to Mark and Kay. Mark was feeling real empty inside when Kay turned him down. But after speaking with his friend Genevieve, it made him rethink his plans. And now he's seeing things differently. He has 1 day left in Bocas and he's gonna do whatever it takes to be with Kay. Mark sits down with Kay and tells her that it sucks saying goodbye and he wishes that he could stay longer. He's feeling sad that Kay isn't coming with him, and she says she knows and doesn't know when they'll see each other again. Mark said that his heart would break if this is truly the last time that they're to see each other. Kay is kind of speechless, and Mark went on to say that he doesn't want to end the relationship with her because he still loves her. Boy, I can tell that he does. Later on down the road, he doesn't want to look back and think, what if, or have any regrets.
And I don't want hurt you, but the other day talk about, hey, come to California, come to California, come to California. Maybe you don't think about me.
Mark does understand how Kay feels, but he's just concerned that when he gets back home, that she's gonna have a new man. It's hard for him to come to terms with someone that he loves, maybe with somebody else. Mark then says to Kay, what if he drops the idea of her coming to California and they just be exclusive? Kay doesn't understand why he is so focused on them being exclusive. She thinks that it's an obsession. Kay can't promise Mark exclusivity if they're in 2 different countries. She believes that the healthiest relationship is when a person can be themselves. So if Mark wants to be with her, the best they can do is be apart until it's time to come together.
It was naive of me to come here after being apart from Kay for 9 years and asking her to be somebody that she's not. I need to think beyond my own fears, beyond my own insecurities, because she's the love of my life. So I need to learn how to reconcile being in an open relationship and accept that we're going to be long distance for a while.
He wants to love her the way that she wants to be loved. And later on down the road, they can figure out the living arrangements. Kay feels that they need to focus on the important things. And the important thing is how they feel about one another. That is most important. They've agreed to try, and Kay said if this works out, then it's going to be something wonderful. And Mark has even decided that once he gets back home, he's going to find a Spanish teacher. Yay! I'm really glad that he's going to learn Spanish for Kay. I hope it works out for them. That's pretty much all with Mark and Kay. On to Amber and Daniel. Amber is feeling recharged after her lovely surprise from Daniel. Daniel received the last bit of paperwork that was needed for the K1 visa. Of course, this makes Amber very happy. Something even bigger happened for Daniel. He received a call from the embassy to tell him that he has an interview the next day at 10:30 in the morning. Amber is so excited and says, okay, tonight we have to prep for the interview. So they're gonna go through the questions that he may be asked. Amber tells Daniel, you can't hesitate when answering your question, because if they see you hesitating, it's not gonna be good. They use the slightest thing possible to deny your application. He says, I know my woman, I know everything. Oh, he is real confident. They ask a lot of questions because they want to determine if the relationship is real or not. You know, if the person is just using someone for a green card. It happens.
What's my favorite color?
Your favorite color is black.
What's my favorite sauce?
Ranch.
Okay. Because the other day you wanted to say barbecue.
Yeah, but
you know
barbecue you love too. You love up deep. I don't think they're gonna ask about Amber's favorite sauce. Like, I don't think they're gonna go that far. If they do, I know what's your favorite sauce.
Apparently, they can ask up to 100 questions, and people can be denied over the simplest thing. Daniel is feeling confident and that they can ask him anything because he knows everything when it comes to his woman. Amber is panicking because She's done everything at this point. So it's all down to Daniel to nail this interview. Because if he gets denied, they have to start the process all over again. New paperwork, new money, back to square one. Amber can't go through all of this again. She doesn't have any more fight in her. Today is the big day that Daniel has his interview at the embassy. Amber has made him change his shirt about 4 times now. She is so nervous.
What's my favorite food?
Tree, Amber. Tree.
He's getting annoyed with me. Which I can't understand because, like, I did everything. Like, all you have to do is answer, like, some questions about me.
Amber just does not understand how Daniel is able to sleep in one of the biggest moments of their lives. He's telling her, okay, you need to back off now because it's freaking him out. And he doesn't need the added stress from her to an already stressful situation. And I understand maybe the way she's going about it probably doesn't help how he's feeling. It's not the easiest situation to go through. But at the same time, she has done a lot of work. Remember, she has done everything. And she just wants to make sure that Daniel gets approved. They arrive at the embassy and Amber is a bag of nerves. They say their goodbyes, she waits outside, and he waits to be called in. While waiting outside, she's anxious, she's pacing up and down, she feels like she wants to puke. The works. I think I would be the same way too. Moments later, Daniel walks outside and says that everything went well. He's approved! Yay!
We just got approved! Daniel's coming to Florida!
I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this is happening.
I'm so happy, of course. I was so nervous inside the interview with the consular.
We actually get to be together! Finally! After waiting for so long. This is our moment right now.
Been a long time.
Real life is about to start for them now. They have to help Daniel's brother find a place, prepare Daniel for the move. It's gonna be a lot. I hope everything works out for them. That's pretty much it for that couple. On to Steven and Martine. Steven said it's been a rough time since the big fight with Martine. He's now realizing that Martine's doubts and trust issues in the relationship are even bigger than he thought. So because of this, Steven realizes that he's gonna have to kick it up a notch and show Martine how serious he really is. Because he doesn't want to lose her. He loves her. Aww. Steven is at the jewelry store and decided to invite his friends with him. He explains to the associate that he's been with his girlfriend for 3 years now and he is looking for an engagement ring. His friends are shocked when they hear this because he didn't tell them he had plans on looking for an engagement ring. While the associate is getting some rings together, Steven sits down with his friends and they start to grill him a little bit.
So wait, you're legitimately buying an engagement ring?
I just feel that she frightened. I was still like messing around, being sneaky.
Why not just call it quits? She live 10 million miles away, you live in Barbados.
I ain't so easy, Joel, man.
I can tell you how she feels about you and how I know you feel about her. I don't think it can be that easy to just walk away from that.
True.
Steven loves Martine, and he can't just throw how he feels down the tubes. He's taking the next step on buying the ring. Joel seems like a little disturber. I like how Hutchie said you can't just toss feelings aside, because you can't. When feelings are real, they don't just disappear just like that. So I like that he said that. Joel said to Steven, well, how do you know she's gonna say yes? And Steven said, maybe she will say yes, but she can easily say no. Steven's friend Hutchie does feel that it's a big risk that Steven is doing, proposing to Martine, but he feels like he should take that step if he wants to be serious with Martine. Joel, on the other hand, thinks that Martine's a nice girl. You know, she's beautiful, outgoing, all of that jazz. But if Martine is unsure, then he doesn't feel that Steven should be proposing to her. Joel said instead of buying an engagement ring, that maybe Steven should buy a promise ring or a ring pop instead. A ring pop, Joel? He was wrong for that comment. Joel just does not think that this will be the solution to their problems. Maybe so. The associate is showing Steven some rings, you know, different sizes and styles. And the one that he has his eyes on is $10,000, but he thinks that it will look perfect on Martine's finger. His buddy was like, go big or go home. Steven's hand was shaking while he was looking at the ring. Imagine how he's gonna react when he proposes to her. He's gonna be doing more than shaking. Later on, Steven and Martine are down by the beach because Steven plans on proposing to her later on that night. He does love Martine, but now he's wondering if they're in the right headspace to make such a serious commitment given the events that have taken place. But he's ready to suck it up, Buttercup, and do what he has to do. They're sitting down on a nice blanket on the beach with some nice champagne, and Martine said, well, this is a nice way to end the trip. 10 out of 10. Steven said he wanted to do something special for her. Aww. He then says that she's a #1 woman in his life. But Martine corrects him and says #2 after his daughter. Steven then says that it warms his heart to see that his daughter has taken such a liking to Martine. It makes the relationship easier, and he's grateful for that. Martine said that Steven planning such a romantic night on the beach shows her how much he does care for her. They cheers to happiness, understanding, communication, and trust for one another. My man was sucking back that champagne like, oh my goodness. He looked really nervous. He was all sweaty and everything, and Martine's like, are you okay?
It's been on my mind, like, what can I do, you know, to let you see that I am loyal to you, that I am faithful to you, that you can trust me.
I don't doubt your commitment.
You sure?
It's really just a matter of...
Martine said time. Time and not being in a long distance relationship much longer, because that's something that she can't take. She's done with the long distance. Steven feels like in the back of his head that Martine is eventually going to walk away because she's not seeing how serious he is. Steven does want Martine to see how committed and serious he is about the relationship. It was Steven's plan with the champagne, the beautiful sunset, and being on a beach. He thought that it would be perfect to ask Martine for her hand in marriage. He then goes on to tell Martine that he had bought her an engagement ring and said that he's now fighting back tears because he is second guessing himself. Oh boy. I feel like if he was second guessing himself, why did he even mention to her that he bought an engagement ring? I don't know, but we'll see what happens the next episode, which is the finale. That's pretty much all with Steven and Martine. I cannot wait to see what happens in the last episode. If he will go ahead and propose, if Sherlon's gonna get things going with the tourist visa, and see what happens between Amber and Daniel and Mark and Kay. That's everything to this recap. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know a lot of you are not really enjoying Love in Paradise. It can be a little bit dry at times, I won't lie at all. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the episode, and hopefully I can pin one of them. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!